Hello. Have you ever as a woman, absorbed someone else's energy and you got that choking knot in your throat where you couldn't speak your truth, but you knew that you had something to say before you got into the meeting or into the conversation, or you were in a heated situation where you needed to speak up for yourself and you just couldn't? I got news for you. I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do right now because you're probably a little bit empathic that you can do right now that will change things for you, that you can come from a place of empowerment, that you can speak up and move forward and feel solid in what you're saying. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Eva. I'm a personal development coach and I'm with Embodiment is Everything. I really help women move forward in on their personal development journeys so that they can cultivate the strength, they can speak their truth, and they can create lives that are beautiful. Because what I know for sure is you are a limitless woman. You just not have been able to hold the energy of something different. Here, we're bringing you back home, and that is home to your personal power. On this channel, we dive into strategies for self empowerment, really growing and mastering who you are as yourself. Let's do this together. I mean, together, because listen, I've had my own share of being choked up and not being able to say what I needed to say. But I'm here for you today, helping you to know and strategize what to do if you're in a situation and you become uncomfortable. And then you're just ahhing and yes, according to whatever the strongest person in the room is saying, and you feel yourself kind of falling back in the chair. Let's begin. Number one, if you're an empath, or we won't even give it a name, we'll just give you some characteristics of what it feels like when you just cannot speak your truth. Number one, you find yourself being highly sensitive of what the energy feels like when you walk in a room. You can read the room really well. You can read who's upset. You can read who's happy. You can read who you shouldn't talk to. Those sensitivities can either make you feel empowered because you can recognize when there's fear. So that is an advantage, but it can also stump you because you're like, oh, I can't say what I feel because that person is stronger than me, or that person is seems more confident than me. And then you end up not saying anything. And oh my gosh, don't even talk about a conversation if you're in an argument. You can really choke up and have a knot in your throat. So if you're a highly sensitive person, let's think about the value of it, but not being stuck in the energy. So how do you get unstuck if you are a highly sensitive person? I want us to start to go up under that situation so we can get into the nervous system and give the nervous system and the brain and the heart something else to think about. Because if you've had situations where you've been stuck as a child, because we all have a little inner girl in us, and you never really came back to that point and really processed those emotions and that energy, it is stuck somewhere in your body, my friend. And it shows up. Sometimes it shows up as a knot in your stomach, a knot in your throat. You feel hot, you feel nervous, you feel confused. But we want to get you to have some awareness that you don't have to keep that there. Number two, know your limits. Sometimes, if you're an empath, you can be sitting there talking to someone for hours, just absorbing their energy and their information. And then what happens is you're so tired. You feel like you've been like zapped of everything. You feel like a vampire who just sucked your energy out. Well, what you have to do is when you go somewhere and you realize that you're tired or you don't have much, recognize that from the start. The phone rings, you only have 5 minutes that you can take whatever the person is going to tell you. You say it. You don't just sit there absorbing all that energy and totally exhausted at the end. But if you're on your job and you're in a meeting where it becomes a little bit heated, just calm yourself down. Go inward. Pay attention to the subject pay attention to what's being said, but more important, pay attention to what you're feeling on the inside. And if you're feeling not great, breathe into that space where you're not feeling well. If you notice, I just slowed my voice down. I just slowed how I was coming across, because the nervous system gets like activated, fight, flight, freeze, and you are ready to just either run out of there or scream or argue back. And we want to really work on that. We want to understand that in this moment, you need to be gathering yourself and being more calculated based on what you're feeling. So let's just say that you had to call, I don't know, a cousin, and you had to talk about, let's say, money. Money is a difficult conversation for many people to talk about. And they owed you some money. And immediately they just overpowered you and, drowning you out. And you really needed to get your point across. You can say, I hear what you're saying, but here is where I'm at with this situation, and really hold your ground. Now, how do you hold your ground if you are empathic? You put your feet on the ground. Mother Earth is there to absorb some of that energy. You got to let it through your body. You put your feet on the ground. You allow yourself to be an I inside of you. What does that mean? Well, a lot of times we're looking on the outside for all the answers. But a lot of the times we have the answers here, but we don't pay attention. When you are talking and you're paying attention to how you're feeling, whether your voice is getting low or if you're moving your body away from people, pay attention to what's going on. I have a course, Limitless Woman, VIPU. We go deeper into this. We go deeper into understanding who we are and how we get to stand up as powerful women. The third thing, you can empathize with anyone, but do not absorb. What that means is, as soon as someone starts talking, we start to feel a certain way, and then we're like, oh my gosh, that is now in your body. You can empathize, but don't let it come inside. You can talk to someone, but don't let the feeling go everywhere. And as soon as the feeling goes everywhere, it's triggering old wounds. We want to move forward. You want to move forward. In Limitless Woman, we're moving forward. We're moving to the next level all the time. So you have to know and recognize with one eye inward. And I would advise to put both eyes inward, because you're the most important person. When you start recognizing, oh, I'm noticing I can handle when someone says this, or I notice when someone is being disrespectful, that I don't have to take that in. Or if someone is being, negative, I don't have to take that in. It can just roll off of me. A lot of times when people are being negative, it's really just what's going on the inside of them. It has nothing to do with you. So start to figure out whether it's really truly you, or it's a past program that is stuck in the consciousness of you, and it's deep into the subconscious, and you're running on an old program. We have to stop sometimes and just say, is this new or is this old? A lot of times it's old. It's the little girl in there being scared because at some point she has locked on to that truth, and then it's constantly coming back up. It's like a regurgitation of old information. The next one is recharge, practicing self-care. What does that look like? For me, going out in nature is so beautiful. Taking yoga, that's so beautiful. Dancing is so beautiful. When you can't move that energy and open your body up, it's stuck there. It shows up in different ways. Your digestive system will be off. You could be constipated. You could really not have the ability to open yourself up to love. You may not go for the new job opportunity because that little girl is still running the show. Imagine that. You could be 35 years old, but a 2-year-old is the consciousness that's in the body that is running you. But that's good news because you can shift and change that. We want you having a 10 out of 10 for your power, for your moving to the next level, and for you being in the energy of the most powerful version of yourself. So remember to take care of yourself, to have self-care. Number 5, this one is so good. This one is so good. Close the split. You got two sides of your brain. One brain is running you, one brain is not. And actually that's wrong. I'm looking at you in a different way. But the right side of your brain, that's usually running the show. And you want to get control over that so that the left and the right side are coming together, moving forward. People know when you are not in your true energy. And when you're not in your true energy, your truth, your power, you can get bulldozed. You can get bulldozed. And as you're coming into more of who you are, recognize that, oh, I see what Eve is talking about. I know that I can change that because I have some new strategies now. And you do want to be a limitless woman so that you can call in the relationship and not be afraid of it and be able to stand up and just be in that energy of a woman who is wanting and desiring all the things and not holding the energy of the little girl that's in you. We have to allow the little girl to show up because she'll never leave you, but we have to calm her down. And if you're really empathic and you're really stuck in a certain energy, it will keep coming up. And you will find out, oh, that's why I can't really stand up for myself. Oh, that's why I'm so triggered and easily angered. Oh, that's why I'm projecting onto someone my anger, my fear, my discomfort, my discontent, and the list goes on and on and on. You want to really do the inner work so that that little girl, that little inner child understands that it's okay. I know that she can handle this now. And she can move forward because you have reprogrammed yourself to more of an up-to-date version of who you are. I invite you to my Limitless course, Limitless Woman VIPU. Let me tell you, friends, these modules will take you to another level and opening up yourself and helping you to realize that there is more to you than you have really understood. Imagine like being so different that the old self is like, who is this? That's what this course does for you. It helps you to recognize when you're settling. It helps you to recognize when you are not in your highest truth of who you are. Your highest truth is not stuck in doubt. It is not. Your highest truth is not stuck in holding heavy-duty energies of other people. It is not. Your highest truth is coming back home to you. So join me. It starts on August 5th. It's launching. It's beautiful. I have so much potent energy around it. I've created it with my team, and we are really holding this energy, the strong energy of love. And, it's really just opening you up to something totally new and cleaning out those old energies that's been holding you down. I know, I used to be that. I still have some empathic ways, but I now know how to close the split between my left and my right side of my brain by being whole. When you are in whole energy, whole consciousness, and you are not in splat consciousness. Splat consciousness means you're like bleh, all of your energy is everywhere. In this course, we talk about coming home to wholeness. And that's 100% a win. So join us August 5th. And I want to thank you again for joining me today. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey that I have been able to share some of my own discomfort as being an empath myself. or I couldn't stand up for myself when I was a child and I didn't know how to. And that lingered and went into my adulthood. If you found this video helpful, remember to give us a thumbs up, to like and subscribe it. Remember that we're in this together. If you have any topics or anything that you want to talk about or things that you want me to help you with, leave that in the comments below. I would love to hear from you because there's so much energy and so much information that I have really tapped into on my journey. And remember, until next time, have a beautiful day. Wishing you empowerment and expansion because you're a limitless woman. And when you step into the energy of that, it is 100% VIP you. And we want that. Until next time, be well. Bye.